Today, it's the first in a two-part series on wallpapering with some tips and tricks that you might not see on other YouTube channels. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Ginny Erickson, and today we're doing something completely different. We're wallpapering. Now, I am by no means a wallpaper or DIY or renovation expert, but over the last 10 years or so, my husband and I have renovated about a dozen homes, and along the way, I've learned a few things. Wallpapering is one of them. Now, this channel is the place where you come to learn about all things real estate in and near Port Townsend. And since so many of the homes here in Port Townsend are in need of upgrades and renovation, I thought from time to time I would depart from the usual tours and general information about real estate to provide you with some tips and tricks about DIY renovations. And that's what we're doing here today. Now, in case you haven't noticed, wallpaper is making a comeback. It is being used in fun and funky ways in everything from office buildings and boutique hotels to just about any room or wall in the house, including the ceiling. Now, a big part of the reason for this comeback is the wallpaper itself. Trust me when I tell you that this is not your grandma's wallpaper. It is much easier to work with than anything you might have applied in the 80s, and it is much easier to remove, which makes the decision to install it a whole lot less risky. Still, selecting the right wallpaper can be tricky, so I thought I would start by sharing with you how I selected the wallpaper for this room. The first thing I did was determine the mood I wanted to create for this room. Now, I knew I wanted it to feel like a Cape Cod beach house, not too formal, not pretentious in any way. I also didn't want it to be real cutesy or busy. I wanted it to feel relaxing and maybe a little beachy. And that was enough for me to begin my online search. Yes, an online search. Long gone are the days of sitting at the counter thumbing through wallpaper book after wallpaper book. There are literally a bazillion choices online, and that's where you begin your search. When I first started my search, I just typed beach house wallpaper into the search engine. It turned out to be a big mistake. The results were filled with all kinds of cutesy things that I really wasn't looking for, like pink flamingos and palm trees and pineapples. Yeah, seahorses, clamshells, you get the idea. It definitely wasn't what I wanted, and it was definitely a big mistake. Searching for wallpaper online can, for sure, be overwhelming. That's because there are something like 80 bazillion choices, and I'm not exaggerating. There are sites like Etsy and Spoonflower that will print wallpaper for you on demand. And there are other sites where if you send them a photograph, they'll make you the wallpaper. So it could be essentially anything that you want. But when you don't know what you want, again, it's overwhelming looking at all the choices. So what I did was I started looking at images. I started looking at images of coastal beach house bedrooms, because this is for a guest house and a beach house. And that really helped, because then I found myself gravitating to certain styles and certain looks. And I noticed that I really liked things that had like a striped bedspread, but I didn't want a striped bedspread. I also noticed I was attracted to the color denim blue. So I typed denim blue striped wallpaper into the search engine, and wouldn't you know it, this came up. But here's the problem. All I could see was the sample. They didn't show me what the wallpaper would actually look like in a room. So what I did was I copied the exact name of the wallpaper and the SKU number, and then I pasted that into the search engine. And the result was that the same exact wallpaper was being sold at some of my favorite sites. Sites like Wayfair and Overstock and yes, Amazon. And that was great because those sites have customer reviews and many of the customer reviews have photographs. So I was able to see what the wallpaper actually looked like when it was installed in a room by a DIYer. Because I liked what I saw, I went ahead and ordered a sample, but this too proved frustrating. Here is the sample I got. Yep, it only included one stripe. But because I liked the DIY pictures, I had the confidence to go ahead and order. Estimating the amount of wallpaper you need can be tricky. Every single time I've used one of those online wallpaper calculators, I've had many rolls left over. And that's really a waste because wallpaper can be expensive. But you want to order all your wallpaper at the same time because wallpaper comes in print runs. And if you underestimate the amount you need and then order more wallpaper later, chances are it won't match because it comes from a different print run. So it's really important to order all the wallpaper you need at the same time. So here's a trick that will help you save money. Order your wallpaper from a site that will let you return the unopened rolls. I ordered my wallpaper from Amazon. I have 3 rolls left over and I'll be able to return it. And that's a savings of almost $200. So there you have it, my top tips and tricks for selecting and purchasing wallpaper. In part 2 of this series, we'll get to hanging. I'm Ginny Erickson. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.